is a utopian society, and why should we care? You see, a utopian society is a society or community that has highly desirable or near perfect qualities. Now, in my mind, that means there is no war, there is no discrimination, and there is no poverty. But for us to be able to fix our future to fit this, image, we have to look back to our past. Now, the term utopia was originally coined by Sir Thomas More. Sir Thomas More wrote a book actually called Utopia, and this described of a fictional island out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean that had all these perfect qualities. Now, they thoroughly thought about how they were going to make this work before they actually even tried putting it into action. So first off, they had 4 main classes. They had the gold class, they had the silver class, they had the bronze class, and the iron class. Now, idealistically, the golden class would have 50 years plus of education. And education was such a sought after, quality in a person that if you had this, you would succeed well. Now, success wasn't actually determined by like a monetary value, because the wealth would idealistically be spread through everybody so that everybody lived in this high quality or class. Now, this is before that they knew, the earth had limits, or you wouldn't fall off, the edge of the sea if you floated out too far. So they were just trying to create this one city that would have this perfect quality. Now, they thought about the people that would try ruining this around them. So if they ever had a war, they would pay a neighboring city to fight in their wars. And idealistically for them, both of the people in the war would wipe each other out and they'd be left alone. Now, obviously this wasn't going to work. Now, where did I get this idea to do a video about this? I was actually watching a movie called Pay It Forward. It's about this 11-year-old kid who walks into a classroom and his teacher challenges his entire class. What can you do to change the world? How can you be a significance to this change? And so their project is to go home and think of something before, the end of the year. What can they do to change the world? Well, the kid actually goes to a concept that Benjamin Franklin actually did. And this is a concept described by him on April 22nd, 1784. This is a direct quote. "I do not pretend to give such a sum. I only lend it to you. When you meet with another honest man in similar distress, you may pay me by lending this sum to him, enjoining him to discharge the debt by like an operation. When he shall be able to, and shall meet with another opportunity, he should give this sum. I hope it may go through many hands before it meets with a knave that will stop its progress. This is the trick of mine, doing a deal of good with little money." So what his idea is that he gives somebody a little money, and when they get the opportunity, they do the same for another person. Hopefully this goes around and around to help out each individual person. So he's starting a chain reaction through just one person, but he does a whole lot of good. It's magnified every time that somebody passes on the good deal. Well, it's the same thing in the movie. The kid comes back and says if he helps 3 people, then those 3 people will help 3 people. It will keep multiplying until everybody is in a big perfect like circular motion of good deeds. So what he does is he actually helps a homeless person that has a drug addiction get off of his feet, gives him a good set of clothes, and that is actually how the homeless man got a job. Now, everybody in the movie predicted that within the month he would be back on the streets doing drugs, and they were right. And why did the director add this in if they were trying to prove the concept of passing it forward? Well, the movie actually follows the homeless man a little bit farther in his story, and as he's walking the streets again, he runs across this lady who's about to commit suicide off the bridge. He says, "No, stop." Well, she takes one look at him and sees that he's homeless. Says, "Oh, what do you want? My money? Here's my purse," and all that, and throws it at him. And instead of just taking the purse and letting her jump, he pays it forward again. He coaxes her out of jumping off the bridge and asks her to go out for a cup of coffee, saving a life. Now, enough about the movie. So what can we do today that would pass that forward? Kind of like the concept. And why should we do that? Well, let's start with the why should we actually. If we do this like the movie describes, even if it's just 3 people and asking them to do the same, that could have catastrophic effects if it actually passes it forward. Now, the chance of it actually happening is very little, but there's that chance, and isn't that what we need to make the world a better place? So next time you get the chance, take clothes or shoes that you don't use anymore and take them to a Goodwill. There's so much good that can be done through there. Like people that can't afford to buy shirts or shoes or anything will go to these Goodwills and get them extremely cheap. The next thing you can do is the next time you see somebody that's that it has a sign out, even says I need groceries, family or wherever, don't pass it off as like, oh no, they're just gonna spend your money on liquor or something. actually go get them food or supplies and bring it back to them. And if you really think that every person that you help out with some money is going to go spend it on alcohol or drugs, you really got to rethink that, because while there are a lot of people out there that might have that problem, the majority are just really down out of luck, unemployed, and they just really need a little bit of help for their family. So once again, if you don't feel comfortable helping them out monetarily, but you can help them out by going to get some groceries, or some like packaged supplies, or even like a blanket or something, every little thing can help them. In all reality, is the small things that we do like this that can change a community. And communities can change cities. Cities can change, states and countries. No matter where you're at, this can spread and then make it better. That's how we achieve a utopian society. It's not by changing one big thing all at once. It's by doing smaller things and building up until it becomes a big thing. And even if it's not perfect, we can strive to be perfect, because then we might just fall short, and near perfect sounds pretty good to me. And as always with videos like this, I will ask you to share this on your Facebook page, drop a like button, and even subscribe to the channel. That is how we get, the word out, is by showing more people. Thank you again for watching the video. You guys have a great day.